Alrighty guys, so here's where I'm at. I already got the final parts, guys. I was waiting for the oil pickup line tube for the oil pump and the seal and the housing. So I already got those parts right here, guys. So I already cleaned out the oil pan. So these are the new parts to the new oil pickup line. So I got the seals as well and the filter housing, guys. So I'm gonna start doing this, guys. I'm gonna add some silicone on these edges right here, but that's how it is, guys. That's the new motor. Hopefully we can make 850. I'll be pretty good with that until I get my other car, but for now let's try to get this one going, guys. Alrighty guys, so I got the oil pan installed. Got the silicone on the edges that you have to put some silicone on. That's where it meets the front cover and all that stuff. So I think I'm gonna start putting the motor mounts first, guys. Then I'm gonna put the manifolds. That way we could get it in, everything assembled already, have less trouble working on it right there. So let me get the motor mounts out, start putting them here, and be back in a bit. Alrighty guys, so here are the manifolds. I'm still going with the stock ones for now, guys. Maybe later down I'll upgrade to an aftermarket ones, maybe 2-inch primary long tube headers, but for now we're going with that. These are the brand new manifold gaskets. I also got the brand new bolts as well. So I'm gonna start putting that, guys, and I'll show you guys here in a bit. I wish I had my stand or the GoPro. I don't know where the GoPro's at, so I could do like a little time lapse. I can't. This phone, I don't know, but stay with me. Alrighty guys, so I didn't record anything last night when I finished, but the motor's in. Motor mounts are in already. I went ahead and did all the harness, clipped everything, checked all the clearances, the grounds, the powers, everything's fine already. I'm still gonna do another inspection through the bottom, make sure there's no pinch wires, nothing like that. But I mean, got the coils in, connected. We just need the injectors. But I'm gonna start with the transmission, guys. That's what I'm gonna start now. I'm gonna lift it up, try to get everything in there. Flywheel, spacer, starter. Make sure the starter has good clearance, like I said, and we're gonna, after that, then I'm gonna start dressing up the front, or maybe start installing the Whipple as well. Alrighty guys, so I didn't record much. I already bolted the transmission, converter, all the bolts around the bell housing, dry shaft also connected, the transmission mount also connected. I'm gonna start putting the Whipple, guys. I'm gonna start going by the instructions. Everything here is already connected. We got our fuel line here. It's a breather, a vacuum. We got another vacuum here. So I'm gonna start with a Whipple. I'm gonna bring it out here and set it up on the table and start going. See, so I want to assemble it right now. That way I don't have my radiator and all that kinds of stuff here. So I just, if I have to do any adjustments or whatever it is, I mean, I have more space. Alrighty guys, so welcome back. We're gonna start off with installing the little adapter plate, spacer, whatever you guys want to call it, but something that I want to tell you guys, these come numbered already, the bolts, everything. So I mean, it's pretty straightforward on everything. You can see the spacer are even numbered. So here's the Whipple, guys. Still have to add oil and all that kind of good stuff. So I'm gonna get started on this one. I already got the 2 bolts removed, so I can start installing the adapter plate. Alrighty guys, we have it installed already. There's our spacers, bolts, Allen wrench type studs there. So I mean, we got the little eyeliner already. We're gonna go to the next step. Alrighty, so it said to remove our active runner control and zip tie to the back of the engine. That's what we just did, guys. So it's connected and it's right there. So I'll put it up so you guys can see it. Still not zip tied, just left it there for now. So it just says to connect it there. On the applications that do have it, then it says installer T-map sensor. Add a little bit of lube to the O-ring, push it in, and got the bolt in there. So everything comes labeled, guys. I mean, it was just one on top. You got the sizes and everything. So we're gonna move to the next step, guys. Page. So we're gonna add oil, and we got our intake gaskets for the blower. So we're gonna do that right now, guys. Alrighty, so we already added the oil, guys, to the fill up line. I didn't show you guys because I mean, it's just putting oil. So now we're gonna put the supply gaskets for the intake, and then we're gonna set the supercharger on top. So let's do that now, guys. Took off the tape, That looks really nice, guys. Look at those cooling lines inside. Looks pretty nice. So we're gonna start doing that, guys. Alrighty, guys, so here it is, man. Make sure you have somebody else to help you out, because this thing's pretty fucking heavy. Thank God I have the little step where the motor came in, so I was able to have a little bit more height on myself, and pushed it back. Remove the bolt from the top, and you just gotta make sure you gotta line them up, guys, with injector holes. But there's some bolts there. Make sure they're lined up with the heads, and you'll be good. I had a mirror and just push it up a little bit back and forth to the side, so it's center right there. But god damn, dude, I don't know if the hood's gonna close, man. I really don't even know if the hood's gonna close, or I might have to take that cover, the FR thing. But damn it, man. That's a big supercharger, guys. Let's continue with instructions. Righty, guys, so I went ahead and installed the belt already. The bolts are still snug in there, guys. I'm going to start putting the fuel injectors with the little brackets that come in them. So these are the injectors right here, guys. 65-pound injectors. These are the little brackets so they can stay together as per the instructions say. So that's what I'm gonna do. You guys can see there. That's how they're gonna look. Once I do this, we'll be back. Alright, so on the fuel rails, guys, I already got my injectors on. Got the plugs, everything in there with the seals, small little seals. But it sets to add these seals on top of the other ones, so it makes a better contact on them. So this is where I'm at, guys. I already installed this side. Then I'm gonna have to torque the bolts for the supercharger, but I mean, they're easy to do. But I'm putting on the fuel rails already. So here it is, guys. Everything installed. Sorry, I'm gonna change my phone right now, guys. It doesn't zoom in. It zoom or zoom out. Sometimes it just goes blurry. That's why I'm gonna switch it. Alrighty, guys, so I got the injectors in already. It's a little pain in the ass to get the bolts in. I also torqued the supercharger, and damn, that thing, it's hard. Just look at those bolts. Even though it's a small 10mm, it kind of jumps, and you don't want to fuck up the threads, because imagine you got to take that off. So they go from 60, 75 to 80 pounds. The 3 sequels that you do. Sequence 1, sequence 2, and sequence 3. So put the fuel line. There we go. So now I'm gonna continue to see where we're at. I mean, I got the other vacuum little plugs on. So let's see what's next, guys. So I already finished this one. Right, so I'm gonna tell you guys about the T-map sensor. So this is the supply harness they provide you guys with a new Hellcat intake air temp sensor. And this is the harness they provide, and that's for your OEM stock IT sensor that comes all the way towards the front and connects here to the stock one, to the intake air temp, because that's the Hellcat one. That's the one that Hellcats use. Alrighty, guys, so I didn't record much, guys, because I went ahead and started doing all the assembly. Put the front brace for the bumper, radiator. Still haven't put my thermostat in, guys. I was checking everything on the car. Whipple forgot to send me the other seals for these little adapters here, so it's just for the coolant, for the supercharger coolant. I already added oil. I already purchased the car. It's purged. The fuel lines are purged already. There's no leaks. So we're gonna start it, guys. I'm gonna put Roger to record. We're gonna do the first start. I have it set on oil pressure so I can see the oil pressure. It's gonna show a lot of warning signs because I have all the sensors disconnected from the airbags and all that kinds of stuff. But we're gonna see what happens. Right, Roger, you wanna record, man? guys, so I already added the coolant. I went with the Hellcat coolant, guys, 150 miles one. It's the new version for them. I'm just letting it get temperature, get all the bubbles out. I thought this one had the breather up here on this side, the little bolt that you remove to get the air out, but I mean, I'm guessing it doesn't have it, and I don't have the vacuum thing to do that, so I'm just gonna let it get all that air out. But man, it sounds real good. You got to give it a little bit of gas just to start it up. Once it starts up, its idles pretty good, guys. And it's not smoking anymore, but you can hear the cam sounds really good. And I mean, it's on a base, it's on the stock tune. I'm also checking for any coolant leaks, any oil leaks, but so far it's been pretty good, guys. Nothing at all. Everything's really nice. I still gotta put some bolts on the Whipple, but I tighten up those just for now, just to start it up, guys. But man, I'm pretty happy, guys. Everything came out pretty good. All right, so far I already drained out the coolant, well, the air on the coolant lines. I bleed it all out. I mean, the temperature's pretty good at 206, 205, 210. Doesn't go over that. I got the heater on as well, so the heater bypass could open. But man, that's on a stock tune, guys. Like I said, on a stock tune, just you could hear the chop on it. Once I get it dialed in and tuned, this thing's gonna sound real good. Stock manifolds, just catalyst delete, everything back stock. So I don't have any leaks whatsoever. So the thermostat opened, so the water went down, so I'm gonna add a little bit more coolant to it. So there you guys have it, man. Whipple install, engine startup. All those 3 check marks out of the way. We got this big boat running again. That was my primary thing to do, guys. And I'm freaking happy. This thing sounds amazing. I mean, I cut some parts out on the Whipple install, guys. I just posted the most important things that you guys will have to know. I mean, the instructions are 10 out of 10. Everything's straightforward, guys. Super easy installed. I mean, you don't have to do much. And especially the way I did it. I mean, I had to put the engine. I had all the space in the world to, I mean, work with whatever I had to do. But man, it's just easy, man. On the next video, guys, I will be telling you guys about, that's going to be January the 2nd. So if I don't see you guys till then, Happy New Year. God bless. I wish you, every single one of you, the best, guys, and achieve your goals for this 2023, guys. But on the next video, we're going to talk about tuning, guys. My transmission, you guys know, whenever I broke the other transmission, I put the new one. I couldn't marry the car anymore, so I couldn't tune it. So we're working with Diablo Sport and Hemisphere to get that figured out, guys. But that's going to be on the next video for January the 2nd. So like I said, Happy New Year, God bless, and I'll see you guys on the next one.